Yeah, well basically, you've seen earlier on we've got a metal skip out on board, which is the ferrous metal, you know. This is the high value stuff is the non-ferrous. This is obviously kept under lock and key. What you see here basically is the sinks. This has been magnet tested. Once it's steel, as we previously mentioned, it sticks, we'll go in that, but this is stainless steel. The magnet hasn't stuck. Big value, stainless steel. This gets kept separate. This goes to the scrap merchants. Personally, I will take this. Again, we've got some aluminium behind me. Copper boilers, copper cylinders. We will strip these down. We will do most of the work here on site because that way we don't want to give the merchant anything to do because that could possibly reduce the price. What you have here is copper, high value, and brass. The guys have stripped the taps off the baths. Make sure 100% brass in there, so when we take it over, we want top dollar. The work's been done on here. No work's required to be done over that side. They want top dollar because it's 100% brass, 100% copper, high value, non-ferrous. Big bucks.
And I think the benefit here is it is that level of segregation. A lot of places, all the metal just gets thrown into one skip and they're really losing out and missing out on some of the potential. You're talking several £1,000s a tonne for some of this stuff. Yeah. It's really high value stuff. Even these boxes here, which hold a sort of a metre square, you'd be looking, I don't know, Eddie.
A ton easy. Ton. I found I actually took one of the brass last week, hence a very little in the brass. I found that if it sits at the top level, it's at least a tonne. I think the current rate, the London Metal Exchange, we're sitting about £2,550 mate for the brass. Copper's possibly about 3.8, 3.9, so it's a lot of money.
And this is where I think others can be missing out by not doing that level of segregation because you're getting the benefit. If it goes in the ordinary metal, maybe £100 a tonne. So there's some real advantage in taking that degree of care and that degree of segregation that we've already seen here.
I mean, even your stainless steel sinks, what, £700-800 easy?
Yeah.
A lead, I'd be took away lead £1,000. I mean, you're talking 8, 9, 10 times the value, but just a bit. When it comes to copper and brass, you're 25 to 30 times the value. I mean, it's crazy. To put that in a one skip, that's the last thing you want to do. This is high valuable. What I've had in the past, before guys have come in with box vans, as I mentioned previously, they brought stuff in for the schools, community centres like the stainless steel sinks we filmed earlier. I found them throwing it in the light iron skip, the metals. Whoa, what are you doing? No, that's metal. Like, is it? No, it doesn't get in there. I mean, this is 8 or 9 times the value of that. So that gets brought round here to a separate area. It's a high value.
I think what it is, it's about understanding that different metals have vastly different values.
Yeah.
Everyone's aware that they've got a scrap value, but the difference is, as Eddie said, it can be 25 times the value
up to
of different sorts.
35, 40 when it comes to copper,
So there is a real, there's a big benefit in understanding that, the different types, and then segregating them out into the separate waste streams.
Light iron, it's currently pretty low at the moment. There's been a bit of a dip in the market. Ballpark figure, it could be something up between 140, 150 a tonne. I think it's maybe sitting about 120 just now because it's a pretty low now, but £100, £150 compared to £2,500 a tonne to possibly 4,000 a tonne, it's a big difference. And even stainless steel, £800-900, aluminium £900, lead £1,000.
Yeah.
Serious amount of difference, you know what I mean? Hence it's got to be done right. And hence it's under lock and key,